Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And in this week's episode of Wildlife News of the Week, I'm going to be covering the last 2 weeks of news, since I have unfortunately been very busy with life, and I decided to take a little break from YouTube for a bit, kind of reset myself. And yeah, but hopefully I'm back now. Had a good break, very nice. But yeah, let's get on with the news. 3 peregrine falcon chicks have hatched at Lincoln Cathedral. Dozens of birds and fish were found in an abandoned net, unfortunately dead. Volunteers spent 5 hours retrieving all the bodies of these animals. This is really sad news. Obviously we've lost a lot of biodiversity and genetic diversity in that area. This is quite sad. I don't know why people leave nets. It's not that hard to pick up. So yeah, we lost quite a lot of species. There was a shag in there, some oyster catchers, some crabs, some fish, I'm not sure what else. But yeah, it's quite sad news. 2 goslings were left orphaned after they were stolen from a local park. A pair of goslings were stolen from a park on Tuesday. This is a few Tuesdays ago. From a group of people. I don't know the intentions of why they stole these goslings. But they are being dealt with by police, and hopefully justice is done by these goslings and the people get what they deserve. These goslings were unfortunately left orphaned by their mum, but they are currently in a wildlife rescue being rehabilitated, and hopefully they can be released back into the wild where they belong. The UK's oldest known oyster catchers have been found on the east coast of England. One of them was ringed as a chick in 1983. And I believe the other one was around 3 years old when it was ringed. So that was ringed a long time ago as well. Oyster catchers have a lifespan of around 12 years, but it's not uncommon to see them in their 20s or 30s. But 40s is rare occurrence, obviously, as we've seen with these 2. Obviously these 2 have reached 40, and this is a good indicator of how well their habitat is, how much food there is, resources, habitat, shelter, all that. So hopefully we can get some inspirations or ideas from these habitats they were found in, and maybe add them to other habitats around the UK to maybe increase the average lifespan of an oyster catcher. As you may all have known, there was quite a sad tragedy that occurred a few weeks ago. These peregrine falcon eggs were smashed on a live stream. What a wally, whoever did that, what the hell. But these 2 peregrine falcons have laid a new clutch of eggs, which I think is really exciting. We weren't expecting these peregrine falcons to lay new eggs, because they typically don't. They only lay a couple eggs, they lay 1 clutch a year. So the fact that they've laid another is really great news, and hopefully we can study them a bit more to see maybe why they've done this. 2 red kites have been killed by poison in Scotland. 1 red kite was spotted on the 10th of April in a golf course, found dead. I'm pretty sure they did an autopsy and they had found contents of poison in the raptor, and then a second one was found about 6 days later on the 16th of April. Had the same fate, was poisoned and unfortunately passed away. They believed some sort of rodent, so like a rabbit's not a rodent, but you know, one of them, a rat, a squirrel, a prey animal was used and was poisoned, or had poison contents on it, and unfortunately the red kite ate it and unfortunately passed away. Police are investigating this case and are appealing for any information the public might have. So if you have any information, footage, anything like that, please contact the police. They will really appreciate this. And this is really unfortunate for red kites, as they are increasing in numbers. Now, I saw 3 right where I'm standing here a couple of days ago actually, 3 of them just flying about, doing their own thing. And so red kites are probably my favourite bird of prey, because their colours are so stunning. They are still quite rare, obviously numbers are increasing, and yeah, really unfortunate news. A large wildfire was started on Dartmoor. This blaze destroyed 1,200 acres of valuable farmland, moorland, and crucial habitat for a lot of critically endangered species. So like adders, which are unfortunately declining in numbers, skylarks, and other moorland species. Ground nesting birds were particularly harmed in this, as obviously the nest on the ground and the fire was on the ground. So it's really sad. The police and the authorities don't know how this fire was started. My personal opinion is somebody was reckless and careless and decided to have a fire. You don't do that, especially in the countryside code it lists. Don't have a fire unless stated, and don't leave your trace, which unfortunately these people do. And wildlife has paid the consequence. Habitat was destroyed, species were lost, biodiversity is down now. It was about a week ago this fire started. They put it out. They've thankfully put it out now. So the blaze is no more. Species are relocating. Hello, moth. But in a sense, fires can be good for moorland and heathland, as they bring the heterogeneity. No. Something like that. They improve the heterogeneity, so you can have young gorse, quite old gorse, but that's in a controlled manner and only in a little area. So wildlife has places to go, but 1,002 acres is not controlled in any way, shape or form. So yeah, this fire's really devastated landowners, habitat enthusiasts, wildlife enthusiasts, conservationists, and unfortunately wildlife as well. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!